What's good, guys? It's your boy CS back with another one. This video is going to be jam-packed and super intense, so you may want to get your trusted pen and pad out and take some notes because I'm not really going to be around now for a good week or two. I'm going to be traveling, chilling out, and actually it's come at the perfect time because I was hoping for this day. I prayed for this day, and this day is basically, come about very, very quickly. And I just think there's just so much more in store now where you can kind of just kick back and, watch the chart do its thing. So without further ado, we're going to go into basically everything today. So Bitcoin, I've literally just posted this a few hours ago in relation to the Signals group. I have had private sessions as well, and I'm going to keep saying this. If you're not going to be in the VIP chat or not have one-to-one sessions with me, you're clearly missing out because you're going to follow the wrong people, and they're going to tell you stuff like, yeah, Bitcoin needs a retracement. It needs to go back down here. Okay, dude, you keep believing that. You keep believing that, yeah? I mean, if you don't know what we've been facing since December, your head's not in the game. Like, you keep following those people that you're following. Nothing to do with me. I'm doing what I needed to do by buying the bottom. And everyone that wants to follow, by all means, follow and earn actual money. Having said that, why is this so simple and why am I making it so simple? These two white lines are where Bitcoin has closed in. So closed in here on the 9th of December and then fell out the following week. Got one close in on the 20th of Jan and fell back out. We've had multiple kisses here, but we've never got a candle close, a weekly candle close above 104,547. So actually, you know what? I might even just bring that down there, right? Last week, we kissed it, but we couldn't eclipse it. And this week, I mean, there's only 7 hours and 12 minutes left, but the way that things are shooting and the way that alts are responding does suggest to me that the past 2 days have just been a funny fake out. They've literally roped people in to scare them off again. The big fear mongering that I keep telling people. There's not a lot that I can really tell because I keep saying it every time and people keep following the herd that, yeah, we need a retrace. No, you don't need a retrace. You don't need a retrace. You don't know how to read charts. You don't know how to... You're following people that don't know how to read charts. And this is why it gets me really miffed when people PM me and ask me this, that, and the other. Like, I've got no time to be answering the exact same things over and over again. Just look what I'm saying on the Signals group. And if you're not in the VIP chat where all my alpha is being divulged, you're clearly missing out. It's the cheapest price ever to get in. And you're going to learn so much from different people and different traders that actually know what they're doing. Now, the reason why this is such a big candle close is because next week, if we come back to backtest or even came back to 101 again, that's completely fine on the weekly because then we can finally make our way and start going into price discovery mode. This is where we want to be because each leg, and let's make it even more simpler, right? And I've been saying this since day dot. Again, if you're in the VIP chat, you know what the score is, and this is mainly for you guys. This parabolic curve, this parabolic trend, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, X marks the spot. Where is X marking the spot is the real question. Is it here? Is it there? Well, I think it's anywhere between, at the moment, 120 to 140. Like, that's where I'm marking the spot for X before the parabolic trend. Like, this textbook pattern is about to end. It literally is about to end. And so many people are fading it on so many different levels. So once this ends, that's it. You're not going to have another chance of this alt season, this bull market again. So coming back to this in real time and very simplistically, right? If we get a crack, maybe at the start of the week, have a day that's red or 2 days that's red and just retrace a little bit to 104. I'm not saying it will happen, but if we did, understandably, that's a perfect back test. And then we can be on our way. So looking at it from a very higher time frame, the POC zones are telling us quite clearly, like, we're entering a new POC zone where once we flip this, that's it. We're on our way. Now, a lot of people have been going on about the symmetrical triangle. So I think I was the original person to have this the symmetrical triangle before everyone else. Just saying, not to rub it in anyone's faces, because at the end of the day, it's trading. But the symmetrical triangle that I drew from way back when was basically following these two original OG lines. And then we can see that there's a lot of back testing here on the 4 hour. And if we go into the daily, it also shows back testing here on the Friday and the Saturday when we got that big heap. And then today is now the breakout. Now, there are some people that have this symmetrical triangle, which is also valid, I guess, which is following a bit more of a steeper line. And that's completely fine. Like, if it adheres to it, then perfectly fine. And in actuality, because there's a CME gap at 104, you wouldn't be wrong to be saying that it could come back down and back test it. I think that will happen anyway. So you know what? I'm going to put an alert there, because on the CME, this closed at 104.095. So for this to come back and back test this other symmetrical triangle, yeah, I believe it is going to come back here. So whichever symmetrical triangle you've got, because I'm reading some stuff in the VIP chat, it doesn't really matter which one you've got at the end of the day. Like the other one, yeah, it's been back testing and it's already back tested and gone. And this one as well completely works too. So no issue with the symmetrical triangles and the continuation pattern that we're seeing right now. As far as spider lines go, just so you can see where we're heading, that yellow spider line would take us to basically the highs, which would be up here now, which is at around 131, 135. Just depends how fast we move. If we move real quick in price discovery in like the next 2-3 weeks, I think we're going to be done by, I think 16th of June, 23rd of June. I think we've got maybe 3-4 powerhouse moves. Like, you got to remember, when we make these powerhouse moves, right? So let's say that breaks the all-time high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it 4 candles. It just rips. Okay, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's made its all-time high. Right. So this one, we could technically say it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think by the 16th of June, we're going to hit an all-time high. We're going to hit near a top, round about a top anyway, just because of how quick these parabolic runs move. Like they're going to move quick, and I keep saying this, and I've been saying this since in extreme fear down here. Like, if you get relief, fantastic, you get relief up here. But if it's a full reversal, you catch all this motherfucker too. Like, understand why I'm so passionate about buying bottoms and how I buy bottoms on based off relief and reversal. Like, just because I catch relief does not mean that I'm going to negate the reversal. Okay, and a lot of things that a lot of people keep missing out on is the fact that the RSI is over mother flipping roasted. Like, I keep saying this, when this flicks up, forget the 1 hour. I don't really give a shit about the 1 hour. I'm talking about the daily, right? So ignore this flick here, right? This means that while it's going down, right, this RSI, it just means that the chart is going sideways. As you can see, it's just going sideways at the top. So if we look at the top bit here, minus today, we've just been going sideways with a few wicks going to like 101, right? No big deal. But the RSI, once it flicks up like that, that full sends us. It takes us way past, and that's how you understand RSI. Hence why I'm saying I'm sidelined. I'm being quiet. I don't need to do anything. I'm out with friends, finally. I'm chilling with family for like the past week because I don't need any more entries at the moment. Or I don't need any entries at all at this point because I've done all the hard work. And I've been trying to set so many people up in this leg because all you're going to catch now is green candles. And every dip is a blessing. Like all these past few dips, the past couple of weeks have all been blessings. Because if you understand RSI to chart correlation, if we look at the RSI, up, and it came down, up, and it's come down the past like week. We correlate that to that. It's just gone sideways. It's not even come down. It's going sideways. And that's how you read RSI against the chart. Now, there's something that's flashing, which is the wave pattern. However, on the daily, that will come to fruition soon. We still have to let this weekly play out. Like this weekly has still a bit more in the tank. Once that comes and starts rounding like that, holy fuck, we are going to be in for the short of a lifetime. And so many people are going to be blindsided by it. Like I'm nowhere near switching to being bearish yet, but I'm geared up. I'm really geared up for this short that's going to come. This short that's going to come in like 4 to 6 weeks. I'm really, really geared up for it because it's going to be absolutely mammoth when it hits. And nobody's going to fucking expect it because they're all going to be Pride Discovery, Euphoria. Yeah, you fucking clown. Watch what we do to you when we come out and we short. Same thing that we're going to do here are like 74k bottoms. We're going to come and we're going to go and move with the trend and relief it and then reverse it. That's what's going to happen, right? Okay, a lot about Bitcoin for you to digest there. Now, the tether dominance, where everybody was rightfully, especially in my VIP chat, was longing at 4.7%. Shout out to all you guys that held this 4.7%. I kept longing here. Congratulations to everybody, all the receipts that are in the VIP chat. You listened and you get rewarded because this is basically basically a flag. It's a bearish flag. It's come back down, and now what I'm waiting for us to do is I'm waiting for us to melt this trend line. That's what I'm waiting for us to do. And then we're going to melt it so bad, we're going to end up in here, 4.31 and 4.37. And then I want us to melt that, come back, maybe back test, bang, and do the whole, shenanigans like that. We're about to rip, like properly rip, in my opinion. Well, I've been saying this for a while, but this is where I'm at with it. And the tether dominance is now breaking that yellow trend line next week if we get another back test, because we have actually officially got 2 candle closes below, let today finish. We're going to have 2 candle closes below the yellow trend line. So if we get something that comes up next week to 4.6%, and back tests again, I am super bullish. I'm super bullish for us to just make a massive move down to 3.8%. Something along the lines of that. And I feel like the end goal is going to be around here, 3.17. That's where I personally feel like we may come down to, and that's the end of the cycle, in my opinion. I feel like this bit is going to be acting very, very quickly. Same with the tether dominance and the USDC coin at a bare minimum from 6.39. I see us coming down to like 5.71 to 4.93. I mean, this has been a bit, conservative, but I guess we could put the purple box down here at 4.93%. So I've got my alerts already there. And again, we're just back testing, lovely back test on the Tether and the USDC coin dominance on 6.52. As you can see here, there was a lot of resistance last time. And again, we're acting as resistance this time. Now we can push down this time. This is the bit that we've been waiting for ultimately. Okay, and then the Bitcoin dominance, which, look, I don't really like applying too many indicators to it. I think the chart pattern works enough, and it's very difficult to understand the dominance because apart from this rising channel and knowing that it's going to end up here, like the dominance itself, like looking at it from an EMA perspective, yesterday it closed above the 50 EMA and tried to go to the 20. Today it's rejecting the 20, and we're actually hopefully trying to reject the 50 again. If we do, then we can come back and test the turquoise 100 and then blaze through. And then this will make its next leg down to 1.42 and to the 200 EMA. That's the next leg down for alts, basically, if we can, make that leg down. Like I said, I'm not going to be around for a while, so this could move very, very quickly. If this melts like it does here, see how it just melts down, January 2022, May 2017, how it melts, alt season just absolutely melts. That's what we're looking for. Just a full-on nuke, which means alts will get their pump. Okay, we need to really look at SPX because I've not really done anything in it in a long time. We've had the COVID style, move from down here. I know it's the COVID style move just basically continues the pattern. So COVID style move, and we just continue the pattern and make a new all-time high. Remember, there's a gap at the top, which a lot of people fail to understand. There is a gap right at the top here. It's the most minute gap, but it is a gap. You see this bit here? That's a gap. So I've been calling for that gap months ago. So many receipts. So many receipts that nobody even wants to show you. But yes, there's gaps below. And I know that, and I've told you that too. And I've said as well, not all gaps get filled at the bottom. You've got to remember, like, I did this many, many times with you guys on COVID, for instance. Like, look, one gap there, two gap there. Like, they never got filled. 3 gap here. They never got filled. Even on the way to its all-time high, by the way. And then 4. Like, there's numerous gaps that never got filled. All right, that 4th one did get filled, but the other 3 gaps that were way, way below, like down here, they never got filled. And so don't be biased in thinking that they always have to come and get filled on the SPX. I've said it numerous times. The ones below never, not never, but they don't always get filled, just like the COVID style gaps. And that's where we need to be. Now, final boss resistance is here in this white zone. If this can flip hit this week, fantastic. Then we're on our way to all-time highs. And with Bitcoin, signaling already an all-time high where we're at right now, if we get a candle close in the weekly, that's just pushing the SPX to do the same because it's telling us M2 liquidity is completely in the market. It's just absolutely spiraling through. And all markets are pushing back, like the Dow pushing through. Massive weekly resistance is just blown through. The Nikkei has so much more way to go. And this could lead us, from tonight and tomorrow and tell us where we're going to go. Just on M2 liquidity, if we're going like a little scrap pad. M2, let me just see my defaults. Imports, either I was 80, anywhere between 75 and 90s. Pretty good. But that was a different scrap pad. Right, so where are we? So we've gone through up here. We're now doing the little, laggy lag thing. And then the bit that we're at right now is this big takeover. So this yellow line where we've just gone, pew, as you see, we never come back to 105k where we're at right now. This completely demolishes. So we might just run to 110, come back down to like 108, something like that. And then go again, 115, come back down to 112, 120, blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of people that keep doing this stupid thing, which is like, yeah, we've hit 105k. Next leg is 95k. Bruh, I don't know if you've ever been in a bull market. And if you haven't, then, you need to get the step in because once these legs move, you don't have those, retracements that you think they do. We're in a parabolic phase. A parabolic phase does not have those beautiful retraces by like the ones that these calls and influencers fucking shill. Like, it's really delinquent material that they follow where they think they're going to get a 30k retrace. It's not going to happen, my friend. It really isn't. These retraces that you're getting, you're lucky to be even getting at all, because once they start going pow pow, that's it, gone, never coming back. I might even just use one of my older charts just to go back to 2017, right? Let's use this one, right? So like in a bull market, just boom, it just goes ballistic, banana zone, right? And like here, we're in the last banana zone. You don't get, where's your retrace? Tell me where your retrace is, my friend. Where is the retrace? Where's the retrace on this? There is none. There is no retrace. When it moves, where's the retrace? What, 52k to 50k? You want to short that? Please. You want to retrace this? Good luck, my friend. It's just not going to happen. It does not happen. Look at that. Like, where's the retrace in all this zone of 2021? There is none. There really isn't. You're going to get caught in muddy waters. Same thing here. Like, where are you going with this banana zone? It's just constantly going ballistic. Rocket fuel. That's a blow off top, my friend. And if you've not studied Bitcoin charts in detail, as in the history of the 4-year cycles, and this one possibly being the final cycle, like a lot of people have already said, including myself, this has not been the normal 4-year cycle. It's been an adjusted, amended phase of a cycle. It's very much different from the previous cycles, right? And so with the ETFs and whatnot and all the other people involved, it's fucked up the cycle how it normally should be. But also, in actuality, it's just cooled things off a little bit sooner than expected. But eventually, we're going to see moves like this where we move from like 64k to 106k. So like a 40k move was the Trump election. And remember, there's always another banana zone. And this is the finale for the banana zone. Okay. ETH's doing great. And like I remember last cycle when I watched ETH just melt. ETH, for me, once it breaks that 2021 all-time high at 4661, I think it's going to go, somewhere here like 7-8k. Sounds crazy to a lot of people. Like, how the flip can that go there? Trust me, it's got a lot in the tank. If ETH is the chosen one, it can do numbers, my friend. Let me put it that way. All the kind of Doge, I feel like, can still go to that dollar mark just because of the psychological level. 100 billion, first meme coin to do it. Feel like it's got a lot in the tank. Popcat is just on it's on the stepping ladder. Like, look at this, man. Zigzag, 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 just going forever. Sorry, that's Fartcoin. Popcat, very similar. I just feel like it's ready to do these big moves now, where it's going to just jump to 1 billion, like very, very quickly. Like maybe in the next week or two, if Bitcoin has the banana zone, best believe Popcat's going to 1 billion. I promise you. Brett, same thing, going to 2 billion easy in my opinion. Pepe, same thing. Flowkey going to 3 billion. Whiff going to 3-4 billion. Mog going back to all-time high. A lot of these coins are going back to their all-time high. The shitcoin portfolios, like, I'm still deep in them. I've not even, some of them I'm deep in red, some of them I'm deep in green, but I'm still keeping them. So like House, Titcoin, Useless, Moonpig, Hosico, Troll. And then you got, the ones that I would keep saying, like the Moo-Moos, the SPXs, like these are going to absolutely rip. And if we go on to the meme coin category list, well, we can see 3 Solana coins, minus Trump, I don't really want to count that, but Bonk, Fartcoin, and Whiff are leading the pack. Then you've got Flowkey, which is the BNB Premier coin, and ETH, Pengu, and then Brett, and then trust me, SPX is doing nothing. Once Murad comes out to play again, I feel like SPX is really going to roll because it's hardly got any exchange listings. And when it does, I don't think we're going to get the initial short when it hits the exchange. I think we're going to get an absolute boom, depending on, Bitcoin again. Popcat, Morgan Turbo, I just feel so underrated. Pinot, AI16Z, same thing. I feel like they're about to blow. Snek is a bet on Cardano. If you're not in Snek on Mexi, definitely recommend it. Same with Giga. I feel like Giga can still move quite funky. In terms of the actual coins themselves, so we know Bitcoin's hit a landmark market cap of 2 trillion. ETH is basically like a ninth or an eighth of that, and I feel like I'm not going to say it can be half that market cap, nowhere near, but can it 3x from here to 7,500? Yes, I think it can. I think it can just get around $1 trillion market cap. Really do. I really do. XRP, BNB, Sol, understandable. And then, the usual suspects underneath. Okay, and then last but not least, let's go on the liquidation maps and have a look at what are going on in here. So on the heat map, we've got a lot of, liquidity, even above 106 on the weekly. On the 3-day, we've just taken out a bunch. On the 2-week, we can see there's a lot more going on up here, right? There's a lot going on at 107. Remember, where the trend is going, that's where we want to follow with the liquidity. The month isn't really showing a lot on the heat map. But if we now go on to the 1-day, we can see a lot of heavy shorts are coming in at 106. And we can just blaze through these very quickly to 108 on the 1-day. There's a lot of liquidity going up, and we can blaze this wall very, very quickly and get to, 108, 109. There's even liquidity going to 114. Not enough at the moment, but having said that, there is still a stagger domino effect that can take us to 108 very quickly. So, Bitcoin can get to 108 very, very quickly just because of the amount of short liquidation prices sitting at 108. So we could hit that very, very quickly, guys. So just be wary of that. And then obviously refresh. See where the retrace might take us from 108 down, I don't know, back to... I think 104 is inevitable next week just because of the CME gap very, very quickly. But if we're going to move in banana zone time, this is it. It's time to put your feet... and just kick back and watch the price do its thing. If we're in price discovery... The next 4 weeks are just going to be all trench mania. This is when you used to be in the trenches now. Get the Solana going. All the leverage coins that you're in, let them roll, let them run. Don't even bother adding position sizes. Anything you want to use as money, using the Solana trenches now, or the ETH trenches. Start DCAing out of your leverage positions, taking out, 1x, 2x, 3x every so often. Because if we do move fast... Instead of taking out profits, you're going to be adding position size. No, do not do that, my friend. Listen to me. You want to be DCing out, not adding more like an idiot. Do not do that. That's the final warning I'm going to give you, because you're not going to have anybody giving you this alpha, especially once I'm out and about. I'm not going to be able to do a YouTube video, you see. I'm going to be able to post charts, but YouTube video off limits. Very much off limits. So if you're watching this YouTube video, watch it back again because of what I'm telling you. And again, what I'm telling you about price discovery and finishing above the POC zone. This is just melting through. It's going to melt through very fast. Very, 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 very fast. That is going to be a blink of an eye. If you've not experienced a bull market or wasn't here last cycle, you don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. But don't follow people who have never been in a bull cycle or a bull market at all. There's people in our VIP chat that have been in multiple bull cycles and they know what I'm talking about. And they know why I'm speaking with such passion and from the heart, and why I've been having one-to-one sessions with a number of people that really want to change their life, because I'm telling them stuff that they probably think I'm boosting them on, which means, I guess in UK slang, which means giving them like a false sense of confidence, or giving them like a hype man, like a confidence man. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you what's happening within the charts, man. Honestly, what you're seeing right now is nothing, because once we hit price discovery, all the retail are going to come back in. They're all going to pump the charts. You're going to see so many different scams, and then you're going to get top signals again. You're going to get the celebrities coming in. You're going to get all the fucking pump fun nude people and all these weird stuff coming out. You're going to get top signals coming out left, right, and center. But you're going to be blindsided, because you're going to be seeing every day somebody's turned $19 into 1 million, and you're going to be blindsided again and again and again and again and again. I'm sorry, my friend. That's it. End of cycle. Time to get ready to short. While everyone's still euphoric, I'm going to be shorting. 4 to 6 weeks, I am presuming that is when the top is going to be in. Like one of the tops. One of the tops at this point, if we go full banana mode, 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I'm predicting. All right, guys, that's enough from me. I wish you all the best. If you're not in the VIP chat, this is your final chance to make money, right? This is the final chance to join. It is a paid group. It's a one-time payment. You join, you get alpha. Very simple. Very, very simple. You will have so many setups from different people in the trenches, trading, leverage, that will change your life. This is the final chance you're going to get these next 4 to 6 weeks. If you want to fade that for a small fee, entirely up to you. You can keep following people on Twitter, on Instagram and TikTok that are going to ruin this bull cycle for you. And that's entirely up to you. That's your decision. And it's just facts, because that's all they're going to do. They're going to use you as exit liquidity. I'm here to protect my people and try to maximize as many gains as I possibly can for them. That's all there is to it. Wishing you all the best, and I will catch you on the other motherfucking side. Good luck, guys.